Good morning. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever checked your blood pressure in the morning and thought, how is it still high? I'm doing everything right. You eat well. You stay active. You even take your medication on schedule. And yet, those numbers, they seem frozen in place. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. And what I'm about to tell you may surprise you, maybe even shock you. Because the problem might not be your pills. It might not be your salt intake. It's not even your stress levels. The culprit could be the very first thing you drink each morning. In today's episode, I'll reveal one simple, natural drink, yes, just a single cup, that, when consumed between 7 and 8 in the morning, can quietly begin to lower your blood pressure in just a few days. Not with chemicals, not with side effects, but by restoring what your body used to do naturally when you were younger. Most people never hear about this. In fact, most seniors do the exact opposite. They start the day with a drink they believe is helping, but it's silently making their blood pressure worse. I'll tell you exactly what that drink is and what to avoid at all costs before 10 a.m. But first, let's take a closer look at what's happening inside your body. When you turn 60, your blood vessels change. They become less elastic. Imagine a garden hose that's been lying in the sun for years. It becomes stiff, less flexible. The same thing happens to your arteries. Your heart works harder to pump blood through tighter, more rigid channels. And unfortunately, most people wake up and unknowingly constrict these channels even further. Every morning, your routine either helps your arteries relax or forces them into overdrive. Think about that for a second. Every morning, you're making a choice, and most people are choosing wrong. Let me tell you the story of one of my patients. Let's call her Mary. She's 67 years old, and she came to me complaining about high blood pressure that wouldn't respond to control, despite 3 different medications. Every morning, she started with a large cup of coffee and a glass of orange juice. For vitamins, as she put it. When we tracked her blood pressure throughout the day, we discovered an interesting pattern. The highest readings were in the morning, within an hour of breakfast. Her body was fighting the double blow of caffeine and sugar, and her heart was paying the price. The hidden danger of morning drinks. Now, many of you are probably thinking, is it the coffee? And you're not wrong to ask. Caffeine plays a role. But it's more complicated than that. The real danger isn't caffeine itself. It's the form, the timing, and the combination. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, I want to introduce you to something different, something better. There's a particular drink, warm, ruby red, with a mild floral note, that's been used for centuries in parts of the world where high blood pressure is almost unheard of. Modern research confirms its effects. Just 1 cup early in the day can reduce systolic blood pressure by up to 10 points in under a month. No side effects, no prescriptions, just natural support. It's not green tea, it's not lemon water, and it's definitely not juice. It's hibiscus tea. You may have seen it in herbal blends. You may have walked past it in the store without knowing what it can do for you. But here's what matters. Hibiscus is rich in compounds that act directly on your blood vessels. It helps them relax, open up, and allow blood to flow more easily. Less resistance, less pressure, less strain on your heart. But, and this is important, only if you drink it right. Let me tell you how hibiscus works. It contains natural antioxidants that increase nitric oxide, your body's internal signal to open up blood vessels. You used to produce this easily. But with age, it declines. That's one reason blood pressure rises over time. But with hibiscus, you can give your system a nudge in the right direction. Not a jolt, a nudge. A study conducted at Tufts University showed that adults who drank 3 cups of hibiscus tea daily for 6 weeks experienced significant reductions in systolic blood pressure compared to those who drank a placebo. Even more impressive, the effect was comparable to some first-line blood pressure medications. But why does hibiscus work so well? The secret lies in its unique composition of anthocyanins, the same compounds that give berries their deep color. These powerful antioxidants don't just protect your blood vessels from damage, they actively help them function better. Additionally, hibiscus contains hibiscus acid, which acts as a natural ACE inhibitor, the same mechanism used by many blood pressure medications, but without the side effects. Now let me ask you something else. Have you ever felt tightness in your chest after your morning coffee, or maybe a strange pressure in your temples after a glass of orange juice? That's not your imagination. Both caffeine and sugar, especially on an empty stomach, can constrict your arteries and raise your pressure within minutes. And if you're over 60, your body no longer recovers from that spike as quickly as it once did. So here's the part most people never hear. Even healthy-sounding morning drinks can be harmful if consumed at the wrong time. Take juice, for example. Orange juice, apple juice, even fresh squeezed, can deliver a rapid sugar load that spikes insulin and tightens blood vessels. That means more strain on your heart, right when it's just waking up. Let me share another story. John, a 72-year-old retiree, came to me every 3 months complaining of morning headaches. Every day he started with a large glass of healthy green juice made from celery, spinach, and apples. Sounds great, right? The problem was that this juice contained the equivalent of 4 apples worth of sugar, and John was drinking it in 5 minutes on an empty stomach. His pancreas was responding with a massive insulin release, leading to inflammation and blood vessel constriction. Instead, start your day with something that lowers resistance, not increases it. Let me give you a simple recipe you can start using tomorrow. Use 1 organic hibiscus tea bag or a tablespoon of dried petals. Steep it in freshly boiled water for 10 minutes. Add a small slice of lemon if you like, or a pinch of cinnamon for circulation. No sugar. No artificial sweeteners. If needed, 1 drop of raw honey is enough. Drink it between 7 and 8 in the morning. Sit quietly. Sip slowly. Let your body absorb the message. It's time to relax. Now, you may be wondering, how long does it take to notice results? Some people feel lighter in their chest after just 3 days. For others, it may take 2 weeks, but nearly everyone who sticks with it reports the same thing: calmer mornings, more stable readings, and a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're supporting your body, not fighting it. Mary, whom I mentioned earlier, replaced her morning coffee and juice with hibiscus tea. Within 2 weeks, her morning blood pressure dropped from 160/95 to 145/85. After a month, we were able to reduce one of her medications under medical supervision. After 3 months, she felt more energetic than she had in years. But don't take my word for it. Research has repeatedly shown the power of hibiscus. A 2015 meta-analysis that reviewed 5 randomized controlled trials found that hibiscus tea significantly reduced both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. A 2009 Iranian study compared hibiscus tea to lisinopril, a common blood pressure medication. The results were striking. Hibiscus was just as effective at lowering blood pressure as the medication, but without the side effects. Important note: if you're already taking blood pressure medication, don't stop it without consulting your doctor. Hibiscus can enhance the effects of some medications, which could cause your blood pressure to drop too low. Start with 1 cup of hibiscus daily and monitor your blood pressure. Keep a diary. Record how you feel. Your doctor can use this information to determine if your medications can be adjusted. Besides hibiscus, there are several other morning habits that can support your heart health. Deep breathing. Spend 5 minutes taking slow, deep breaths while your tea steeps. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps lower blood pressure. Gentle stretching. Simple neck and shoulder movements can improve circulation and reduce morning tension. Gratitude. Think of 3 things you're grateful for. Positive emotions directly impact heart health. It's equally important to know what not to do in the morning. Don't drink coffee on an empty stomach. If you can't give up coffee, drink something else first, at least a glass of water. Avoid sugary drinks. Juices, even natural ones, can cause blood sugar spikes. Don't check the news immediately. The stress from negative news can raise your blood pressure for the entire day. Before we finish, I want to share one more thought. It's not just about what you drink. It's about choosing differently, intentionally, each morning. Because when you wake up and reach for health instead of habit, your body notices. Your heart notices, and it responds. You don't need more pills. You need better habits, starting with just 1 cup. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for anything else, try this instead, because what you drink at 7 a.m. could be the reason your blood pressure stays high, or the reason it finally comes down. And if you found this helpful, let me know. Type yes in the comments if you're going to try hibiscus tea this week, or tell me what you currently drink in the morning. I read every comment, and your story might help someone else. As always, I'm Dr. Harold Whitman, and I'll be here next week with more strategies to help you stay strong, independent, and in control of your health, one smart decision at a time. Remember, your health is not an accident. It's the result of thousands of small choices you make every day, and it all starts with the first cup in the morning.